It's 10 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and we have a public hearing scheduled for 10 o'clock. Let the record show that we do have quorum, everyone being present. And the public hearing is concerning the budget. Again, this is a informal hearing. Any questions, any concerns, anything that you all might have on the budget, certainly we'll entertain any comments or any questions. I'll give just a little spill on what is being proposed in the budget. It's been posted at the county clerk's office for, I guess, a week or two. So it's been there for review of the public. But in essence, what it is our values, the county values from last year to this year went up almost $200 million, from 3.1 billion to 3.3 billion dollars. That's how much value is in the county. That includes real estate, oil and gas, wind, solar, everything. It's about $3.3 billion. So because of that increase, we do have a little more income coming into the county. However, the legislature does not allow us to use more than 3.5% year over year increase over revenues. So anyhow, having said that, some of the major things that are happening, our jail revenue went down last year considerably, and this has nothing to do with our operations or anything like that. The jail is a moneymaker for the county, because the beds that we have that are extra, we lease out to the feds and also to our neighboring counties, Hidalgo County, some of the other counties, and they pay us for the inmates that are being housed at the jail. That went down mainly because Hidalgo County leased the jail that was available in Willacy County. So a lot of their inmates that were being sent over here didn't come. So we were losing to the tune of about $2 million a year. So that put a real damper in our budget. The other thing that had an effect was our insurance, our health insurance. That went up about $45 a month per employee. And again, this is something that's happening throughout the country. The cost of medical services continue to increase, so therefore the insurance cost goes up. What the court decided to do was to share that expense with our employees. So the county, and half of it will be passed on to our employees, half of it will be paid by the county. Since we were doing that to our employees, where now they have an additional $22, $23 for medical expenses, the court decided that we had to give an increase to our employees so that their purchase power would remain the same or increase a little bit. So what we decided was that we would propose to give a 3% raise with a floor of $1,200 and a ceiling of $2,000. What that means is that our lower income people will get at least $1,200, which is $100 a month increase, and the top paying people will not get more than $2,000, which might end up with 2% or something like that. The lower ones might get 4 or 5%, but that's to keep the gap from getting too spread out. So that is proposed in the budget. The bridge is doing extremely well. That is bringing in more revenue, but a lot of it is due to that we increased the tolls a few months back in preparation for the expenses that we anticipate having with a suspension bridge renovation. So we know we're going to have an expense for that, so therefore we prepared for it by increasing our tolls a little bit. So even though we have more revenue, those revenues are earmarked for the bridge restoration. So that pretty much is in a nutshell what the budget is proposed to look like. We do have a balanced budget right now. Our taxes will remain the same. Taxes will not go up, and the budget does take into consideration expenses that we will have for the courthouse renovation and also the juvenile center that we're proposing to build. On the courthouse renovation, I know that has been kind of delayed a long time, and I'll tell you what it is. It's happened because we did get an earmark for the courthouse of about $2.4 million, I think it was, from Congressman Cuellar. The remaining was supposed to be a loan from USDA. However, with the circumstances in Washington that we cannot get anything done, we've spent already over 2 years waiting for that. So what the court decided was that we would just go ahead and get our own funding, because the savings that we were going to have by going with a federal loan versus a conventional loan was about maybe 0.5% to 0.75%. In those years that we've lost waiting for the federal government to do something, that has eaten up our profit. And if we continue to wait because of additional cost of material, it's going to get even worse. So we decided to just go ahead and we'll get our own loan. We went out for ratings, and I'm very happy to announce that the county was in very solid financial situation. We got a AA+, which is probably the highest you can get as far as our credentials. So we were able to get a good interest rate. The money is already available. Now we're just waiting for the architects and engineers to finish up their drawings, and we should start construction here pretty soon. We leased the old Starsky building, and we will start renovation on that. I think it's this coming month, and we will be moving the district courts and the county court to that building. The reason for that is we cannot have courts when all the hammering and construction is going on. So that will start next month. So, the courthouse renovation will be beginning real quick now. So again, that's just informational. I'll open it up. Commissioners, if you all have any other comments.
Yes, I would like to add, Your Honor, on, you just mentioned that our taxes are not going up, am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, does that mean tax rate is not going up, right?
Correct.
Okay, what if your appraised values go up? For example, your appraised value is at 100,000, and your tax rate is the same, but now your appraised value has gone up to 150,000. Does that mean they're gonna get a tax increase, Your Honor?
Okay, that's a good question, Commissioner. The state passed an exemption on school taxes. Okay, on school taxes, they increased it to 140,000. So if you have a house that is worth, let's say, 200,000, you will be paying only on 60,000. So you will see a decrease in your taxes at the school because the state took over part of that. As far as values, we have absolutely no say as to what the values are for the properties. And just to clarify that, every so many years, we have the state that comes in and they check our valuations. And the reason for that is they want every taxing entity to be playing in a level playing field. So they go and look at comparables. Comparables is recent sales and how much they're selling for, and we must be at 95% of the market value. So even if we don't, well, not us, if the appraisal district does not want to raise the taxes, they have to. They have to, because the state mandates that we must be at 95% of comparables. What's killing us right now, in my opinion, is that the border wall when they came in and they're buying properties, they're paying $10,000, $15,000 an acre, and those get recorded. So now those are the comparables that we have. So when someone has a tract of land, now it's being valued at $10,000 an acre. Is it correct? I don't know, but that is what it is, because that are the comparables that we have. That, and also TxDOT. TxDOT, now that they're building that relief route, they're also paying top dollar for those properties. Everything is how you look at it. Now, the positive side of that is that if you had 100 acres and it was worth $1,000 before, the value of that property was $100,000. That's how much it was worth to the individual. Now, that is worth $100,000. So now, if you want to go and use that as collateral or whatever, now you have more negotiating power. However, the taxes do go up. I mean, it's difficult to have value and not have to pay taxes. Believe me, I don't like to pay taxes. I hate paying taxes, but that's just the way business works.
Simple words, if we have a tax rate that is gonna remain the same, but your appraised values are going up, you will pay more taxes.
That is correct.
And that is not me, that the county or the school or whoever is incrementing taxes. The county is not incrementing taxes, but if your appraised value does go up, you will pay more on your property as taxes, okay? Let's clarify that. There's been a lot of confusion going on through Facebook and this and that. Many people are getting misinformed that the county is raising taxes. No, we are not raising taxes. We have the same tax rate, except that if your appraisal goes up, you will pay more, unfortunately. That's how it is, all right?
Judge, I know you mentioned that throughout the years, Starr County has reduced the tax rate
For the
by
past
over-
5 years.
by over 4 cents, something
Yes,
like that, right?
yes.
Yes, sir.
And I know the appraisals has
Are
gone
going
up.
up.
You mentioned that the federal government and the state government, they're buying land everywhere. But the same, can we talk to maybe the state rep, because, I mean, we don't have the same buying power as the state government or the federal government. They can pay whatever they want. What I would like to, if we can talk to the state rep, maybe we can do something, because I have a house in Atónico, I live in Atónico. My sister has a house in McCann. Lighting, sewerage, everything, todo, tienen todo. Schools with, elementary, high school within a mile radius. And my house is appraised a little bit over her appraised value of the house, which I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair, so maybe we can do something, talk to state rep or whoever we have to talk to. I mean, and I'm pretty sure 95, 90, maybe 100% of you all that are here think the way I do.
Yeah. Yeah, and certainly, like I said a little while ago, but I certainly don't like to pay taxes. And we can certainly talk to our legislatures and, whoever we need to. We can try, but it's gonna be a difficult nut to crack, for them to do that, because that is a statewide law that they have. But we can certainly try. I'm not gonna say we won't.
Sí. No perdemos nada.
No. Any other question or comment that anyone has on the budget? And I'm glad you brought that up, Commissioner. I saw a couple of weeks ago, I guess it was, and I won't mention any names, but an individual from here, from Starr County, that posted, they were comparing us to Cameron County, that Cameron County over the last couple of years have lowered their tax rate by a penny and a half, or
We have two, yeah.
1.2, something like that, that they wish Starr County would do the same. Well, I wish those people would make a study or would look into it before they make those type of comments, because like Commissioner Velasquez mentioned, Starr County has lowered our tax rate over the last 3 or 4 years. We've lowered it almost a nickel, not a penny like they have. We've lowered it almost a nickel, and we don't have the city of Brownsville. We don't have the port, Brownsville. We don't have the Starr SpaceX. We don't have the city of Harlingen. Those bring in millions of dollars, millions, into county coffers. We don't have them. Yet the Commissioners Court has been able to do better than that, and yet we get criticized. And it does hurt. I'll be honest, it does hurt, because we try. I'm sure the Commissioners do their best they can, and I certainly do too. And it hurts when our own people put Starr County down. It hurts. But I guess that's part of the game. Anyhow,
And Cameron County, they're gonna get over $60 billion in investment within a year.
Yeah.
Over $60 billion.
I mean, it's a very unfair comparison, but even at so, I think Starr County has done a hell of a lot better than they have. And I have a lot of friends in Cameron. Their Commissioners Court, their judge is a really good friend of mine. But it's just some of the comments that our own people make. Any other question, comment on the budget, and anything? You all have the floor. If not, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing so that we can start our Commissioners Court. Okay, I've got 10:18, and I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is a regular Commissioners Court meeting for County of Starr. Let the record show that we do have quorum, everyone being present. I want to welcome everyone and thank you all for being here. If everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first item that we have is public comments. Ms. Guerra, do we have any?
There's none, Your Honor.
No public comments? If it's all right with the court, we'll go on to item number 11 first. I think we have some students that need to get back to school. They might not want to, but it's in your best interest. And this is to approve a proclamation designating October 5th through 11th as National 4-H Week. Yes, sir, Mr.
Yes, good morning,
Good morning.
Honorable Judge and members of the Commissioners Court. On behalf of the 250 members, 4-H members in Starr County and volunteers, we would like to ask y'all today to please approve the National 4-H Week, which is October 5th through the 11th this year, in a proclamation that will be presented by our 4-H club members.
Good morning, Honorable Judge,
Good morning.
Judge Eloy Vera, and members of the Starr County Commissioners Court. My name is Diego Guerra, and I am this year's president of the Starr County 4-H Council. We represent more than 300 members of Starr County 4-H program, which is one of the largest organized youth programs in Starr County. Our 4-H program is supported through this Starr County Commissioners Court and managed by the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service in Starr County. We respectfully are asking the court to support the National 4-H Week proclamation, which we will be reading the Starr County Council members. Whereas the Starr County Commissioners is proud to honor the Texas 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service for 116 years of providing experience-based education to the youth throughout the Lone Star State. And whereas the admirable program, which seeks to provide a learning experience for all the youth through their head, heart, hands, and health, helps young Texans to acquire knowledge, develop life skills, and form attitudes to enable them to become self-directed, productive, and contributing members to our society.
And whereas the program's more than 550,000 urban, suburban, and rural youth participants, ranging in the age from 8 to 18, come from a diverse ethnic and socioeconomic background and truly represent a cross-section of the state. And whereas the program undoubtedly could not have achieved the success that it has today were it not the service of its more than 30,000 volunteers who have given generously of their time, talents, energies, and resources to the youth of Texas.
Whereas, throughout its proud history, the 4-H program has developed a positive role models for the countless Texans throughout its innovative and inspiring programs, and continues to build character, instill the values that have made our state strong. Now, therefore, it be resolved. The Starr County Commissioners hereby designated October the 5th through 11th of 2025 as National 4-H Week in Texas, and commend the 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service, and the many men and women who have made the program a success.
Judge, can we take that picture right now because they have to leave?
Sure.
And all the other stuff.
Well, before we do, Cynthia, let me just congratulate you all for the work that you all do, and certainly thank your sponsors and your parents, that I'm sure play a very active part in what you all are doing. And just for, I guess, food for thought, it's a known fact that young men and women that belong to organizations such as 4-H more than likely will be successful in your life. So congratulations, and we're proud of what you all are doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations. Good job. Congratulations. If it's okay with the court, I'll move on to item number 12. This is another proclamation. I'm sorry? I didn't call for a
Motion
vote.
to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, going to item 12, this is also a proclamation declaring October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month across the Rio Grande Valley. And this is in collaboration with the district attorneys from Starr, Hidalgo, Willacy, and Cameron County. Anyone from the DA's office to present this?
I'm on 10,
Oh,
which
okay,
is a very similar
Okay.
proclamation.
okay.
Motion to approve.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion? All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, I didn't see 10, but let's go back to item 10, and this is also a proclamation declaring, again, October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and this is from the County Attorney's Office.
Motion to approve. I'm sorry. We're gonna do a presentation.
Good morning, Judge Vera and Starr County Commissioners. On behalf of Starr County Attorney Rene Montalvo and our Victims of Domestic Violence program, coordinated by Mrs. Lucy Renteria Solis, we respectfully ask for your approval of the proclamation that is in your packets. We're asking that you proclaim October of 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Starr County. We encourage all citizens to recognize the serious impact of domestic violence and support those who are working to end it. We also invite each of you to our vigil on Thursday, October 23rd at the RGC GISD Multipurpose Center. We respectfully request that you approve this proclamation. Thank you.
Okay, I believe Commissioner Peña made a motion. Is there a second? Okay, that motion. Moved and second. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And again, thank you so much for the work that you all do.
Thank you.
For the- Yep, let's see, and let me go back to item number 9. I guess I worked backwards, but, and this is also a proclamation proclaiming September as National Prevention Suicide Month. Border Region is, I don't know who's going to be presenting.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Catherine Campos. I'm a therapist at Border Region Behavioral Health Center. Here in the courthouse today before the Honorable Judge Vera, County Commissioners, thank you for having us. I wanted to also recognize our Border Region staff of some of the ones that were able to make it. If you guys can please stand. I won't take too long, you guys. Also, our fellow community members, we want to gather awareness and honor lives lost, commit to prevention. Suicide is a public health concern. In the United States, more than 49,000 people died by suicide in 2022. That is one person every 11 minutes. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among youth and young adults ages 10 to 34. And the rates continue to rise in many communities, including our own in Starr County. These numbers are not just statistics. They represent neighbors, friends, coworkers, and loved ones. But suicide is preventable. With support, connection, and access to care, healing is possible. As a community, we pledge to stand together, to listen without judgment, to ask difficult questions, and to connect those in need with life-saving resources, including classes we offer at Border Region called Mental Health First Aid for youth and adults that help people in our community identify signs and symptoms for someone experiencing a mental health challenge. If you or someone you know is in immediate danger, please call our emergency services, 988 crisis hotline. Today we honor those we've lost. We support those that are struggling, and we commit ourselves to prevention through compassion, awareness, and action. Together, we can save lives.
Thank you so much. I just want to make a comment before, and please sit down.
Yes.
Go ahead and sit down.
Thank you, guys.
On suicide, I've had this discussion with a lot of people because it seems like more and more it's becoming an epidemic. And I feel a lot of the problem is our culture. Our culture is one that we kind of sweep it under the rug, when there's mental illness in the family. And, what we need to get out there is that it's an illness, like any other illness that can be taken care of. It can be cured, it can be prevented. But we need to bring it to the forefront. We need to bring it to these people that are trained to help. It's not something that we need to be shameful of. It's an illness, that we need to be more aware of. And I'm saying this for the people that are watching on social media. we need to bring it to the forefront. And again, I thank you all for the work that you all do, with this, especially with this particular situation that we had. Is there a motion to approve the proclamation?
Second.
Moved and second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And thank you all for being here.
We can take a picture.
Sure. No hay seguro. No.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Oh, faltó.
No le haber llegado tarde.
Coach. You were extra.
Leonard.
Saltos para aquel lado.
No, you're fine. I'll move.
Súbete la silla, George.
Everybody look this way and smile.
Tiró el Romeo. Pusieron los saltos para acá. No me hace. Con un strike.
Likewise. Thank you.
Entonces, ¿qué sigue?
That's on the proclamation, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to our regular agenda. First item is approval of the vendors list.
No, minutes, ¿no?
Minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And the next item is the claims, Ms. Alanis.
Yes, the claims and regular recommend approval.
Second to approve.
Moved and second to approve. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, reports. Item 8 is an action item, and this is discussion on the request for the Abel Gonzalez Community Center usage. Yes, sir. You want to present anything? Monday?
I can make a comment, but I'm not gonna make a motion.
Okay.
It was referred to, Judge, on the last meeting, concerning the Starr County policies and procedures.
Right.
And it's regarding the lease agreements with the county for certain facilities that belong to the Starr County. These policies and procedures were passed by the Commissioners Court before my time, but it's a lengthy document. But I'm gonna refer myself to where it says department building uses, and I'll go directly to B, where it states that it can be used for public purposes, benefits, service, training, or in interests of Starr County. It does not say anything about private functions, and it does refer to the buildings that are for lease. And if you go back to the attachment that it refers to, it says attachment A, and it says Starr County facilities available for reservation. And it states, number 1, Starr County Courthouse; number 2, Starr County Fairgrounds; number 3, El Cenizo Park Community Center; number 4, La Rosita Library; number 5, Starr County Annex Conference Room; and number 6, Zarate Park Community Center. It does not include any other facilities or buildings that belong to Starr County.
So I guess what I'm taking is that it's not available.
No.
May I make a comment? I'm the person that's on the agenda.
Go ahead.
You so stated that this all happened before you came in. I will tell you that on March 4th, 2023, I attended a 70th birthday party for a gentleman that my mother and I hired the mariachi band here from Rio Grande City. On August 5th of 2023, I attended a wedding reception in which your people say there was alcohol damage and all of that. The alcohol, when you tell alcohol, I think of liquor. Now, it was a frozen bottle of alcohol in the refrigerator. Okay, it was beer. It had to be beer. My experience tells me alcohol doesn't freeze, being from the northern Michigan. And that was on August 5th of 2023. On May 20th of 2025, I attended a birthday party for a 67-year-old who happens to be a client at the facility. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but that facility why is it there? Maybe you ought to change the name to Community Center to your Nutritional Center and save it the letters until somebody else comes in that wants to do something for the area.
Okay, thank you. So I guess you will make a motion as to denial?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, is there a second to that?
Second.
You second? Any further discussion?
What's the motion, Judge? Is it
To
to deny?
deny. Any further discussion? All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is item 13. And this is, on the budget. Again, this is the budget that was presented to you all. There are a couple of minor changes that Ms. Alanis saw, that some of our formulas were not correct, whatever. Those have been fixed and adjusted. There's no major impact on the budget, but you will be getting a revised. Now, commissioners, on yours, I just allocated money to bring you all up to where the other commissioners are. If you want to change that around, we can do it through budget amendments. But I had to submit something because we do need to have a budget by the end of this month. So that's the only change that we
Motion to
really
approve, Your Honor.
Second.
moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then on the tax rate, the proposed tax rate is the same as what we had last year, which is, give me just 1 second. 0.7101, and that's the combined for general, road and bridge, drainage, and INS. Is there a motion to approve the rate?
Motion to approve. As you stated, Your Honor, we are not raising taxes. Am I correct?
The tax rate.
The tax rate, we're not raising.
Correct.
Okay.
Second.
Moved in second. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 15 is an action item, and this to approve procurement and policy manual.
That is correct, Your Honor. We did meet with, I met with the county auditor and the county attorney regarding these changes, Your Honor, and two of these changes were part of the new legislator updates that passed on September the 1st. And if you want to go to page 22 of the procurement policy, page 16, before the purchases, if unit was for bids and proposals was 50,000 and over. Now it went up to 100,000. So anything, any for construction that needs to be done. Page 16.
16.
So from 50,000, it went to 100,000. Anything after 100,000 would be bids and proposals.
And this started when, Maricela?
September 1st.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next one change that we made was on page 22. For quotes, before this, the quotes were 5,000 and over. You needed 3 quotes. Now it went up to 10,000. So anything over 10,000, you would need 3 quotes. And these are for goods and services.
Is it for what?
The goods and services? So
Goods
from,
and services,
correct.
not foods and services.
Goods and services.
Goods and services.
Correct. So
Okay,
you
and
need
you
3
say
quotes.
this started September 1st?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And another thing that I had to change was on page 28, and these are recommendations that we needed for our federal grants, Your Honor. So, and this is equipment purchased through federal grants. We now have to keep inventory and provide all inventory documentation, including serial numbers and how we dispose of equipment to the county auditor.
Ms. Alanis, I'm gonna go back to the one that we were talking about, page 23 on the goods and services. Ms.
20
Alanis. Could you make it like
21.
21? Okay.
Yes.
Can you make it like something, you know what this falls under, goods and services, so we can get you the quote, so we don't have any problem? Yes, yeah, like for example, I don't know, whatever falls under goods and services, let us know so that we can make your proposal. Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
Moved in second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Judge, I'm sorry, I want to go back to item 14, just to mention the same thing that I mentioned before.
Uh-huh.
If we can talk to legislature or state rep, whoever we have to talk to, let's try to do that. Maybe we cannot lower the appraisals, but maybe we can freeze them for several years so we can help out the community.
Would this fall under the appraisal district, Your Honor? Or is it under us?
That, as far as the rates,
The
that would be the appraisal.
The appraisal district.
Yeah, porque
Yeah, we need to discuss that
it
later.
affects all the entities, the cities, the schools, the hospital, the college, it affects everyone, so, yeah, that would have to be the appraisal.
Before the appraisal, we go to the appraisal district, and then we can go to our state rep, because the state has to balance out the appraisal throughout the state. See, that's why this is happening to us.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bring it up at the appraisal. Okay, did I call for the vote already?
Yes.
I did, okay. So that was passed, right? Item 16 is an action item, and this is for the Starr County Nutrition Program of the San Isidro Nutrition Center.
That is correct, Your Honor. We went out for bids for catering services, and it's Lane's Cafe.
Motion, Judge.
Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 17, also, I think it's pertaining to the same thing, and this is for the catering service contract with Lane Cafe for San Isidro. Commissioner.
Motion, Judge.
Second.
Moved and second. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 18 is an action item, is to approve the notice of election for the November 4th amendment election.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge and Commissioners. This is the notice of election for our November 4th, 2025 constitutional amendments election. Last Commissioners Court, we consolidated. So on Election Day, we'll have 4 locations: the Starr County Courthouse, the Roma Community Center, in La Rosita Public Library, and El Cenizo Building. And then early voting will be in the old courthouse here. Any questions or?
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 18 is to enter into contract with, I guess, Rio Grande Gruya ISD.
Yes, sir. Rio Grande City Grua ISD would like to a contract for lease of election equipment. I went ahead and put a quote in the back of the contract. I did add to our contract the modules of us doing early voting training, election day training, and central count training. And then will the cost of the machine stayed the same?
Okay, has Mr. Montalvo read?
Yes, Mr. Montalvo did go over it and approve.
Okay. Is there a
Any
motion?
questions or?
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Item 20 is to approve election workers. And Ms. Martinez, you know, I had asked Reina that I wanted to see a list of the employees before,
Okay.
and your office would not send it to me. So I don't know why that happened, but I'm going to ask the court to table this until such time that we have time to see who's being recommended. I know we've had issues in the past, and I
Yeah.
don't want those issues to come up again. So, you
Do we
know,
got time to table?
Yeah.
Motion to table. Because I know there are dates that we got to turn in.
Yeah.
Second.
No, that's completely fine.
moved and second to table, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Item 21 is an action item, and this is for a permit application from VTCI, for trenching and boring on Mireles Brothers Road in
Tuyo,
Calpert.
Kiko?
I don't know where that's at.
On the Kiko,
Yeah.
Alvarez Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morning, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
So we're trying to provide fiber optic to this area. This is one of the areas that still has our old copper. And to catch up to the times and high-speed broadband, we'd like to provide services on Mireles Brothers and Cowbird Lane.
Okay, the only thing is, are we gonna bore? Are we gonna go under the roads? Cause we just resurfaced, we're resurfacing those roads.
Our policy is we're supposed to leave everything the way it is.
But it never happens. So you could bore them instead of messing up the asphalt where asphalt it is.
So yes,
I
usually
think-
under roadways, we do bore.
Okay.
Trenching usually only happens on the side.
Because I know it says that, but it never happens to leave it as is.
I guess, you know, if we could have a motion saying that, you know, we could approve, subject to, that anywhere there's asphalt, that it must be bored.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
with the Motion.
Make a motion.
Moved and second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 22 is to approve an audit engagement with Adrian Webb, CPA, for auditing the jail commission in accordance with local government code and commission of jail standards. Ms. Anais?
Yes, this is a state requirement that requires counties to provide a specific audit report to the jail commission on the compliance and I guess the reporting of the jail accounts.
Do we have a money amount? How much is it gonna cost?
I think more or less like 25,000.
How much?
5,000.
5,000, okay. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Sheriff's Office?
Yeah. Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Moved in second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 23 is to accept the donations for the 229th Crime Victim Center. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 24 is an action item, and this is to approve a resolution in support of the use of La Casita Pavilion, La Victoria Pavilion, and Alto Bonito Pavilion
Motion
for
to approve,
community
Your Honor.
purposes.
Let me, just for clarification, Judge, your outside pavilions, right?
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Moved in second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Item 25, also an action item, and this is to approve the lease for precinct 3 for
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
property for, I guess it's for trash, no? For brush. Yeah.
Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 26 through 51 are budget amendments, Mr. Lee.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved in second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 52 is a budget correction, Ms. Allen.
That's another.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And it is now 10:55, and pursuant to section 551.074, we will now move into executive session to discuss order of salaries. I've got 11:30 and we're back in an open session. We only had one item that we discussed, and it was order of salaries.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
There's a motion, a second to approve as presented. Discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all so much.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, please, no, bien. And,